Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. We're back and we're tired as fuck. So I shouldn't swear probably in like the first 30 seconds, but that's just like the mood right now.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. For those of you that are new and you're not aware of our hiatuses, we're busy. We got shit to do. This time around it was finals.
Students.
Yeah, college students. We're almost
rough.
graduating. Speaking of finals, I passed all my classes.
Woo!
Let's go. I think this is like one of the first semesters since like freshman year that I haven't failed at least one class.
Really?
And that's
Wow.
Yeah. I think that it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's just like college is such a different beast, and no one really told me that, and I had to figure out a lot of shit on my own, and
Yeah.
it was a little tough. But yeah, all things considered, I can talk more about my finals in a second. But how were your finals? What'd you do?
They were okay. I only had 2 academic finals, but I had my senior design class where we're making the plastic pyrolysis plant.
Facts.
So I'm in the chemical engineering version of the class, and the rest of my team except for my other chemical engineer friend, the rest of my team is in the engineering version of the class. And the reason that they're separate is because chemical engineers can never build anything, because our projects are always like, build a plant that can refine crude oil into something, or build a freaking
What the fuck?
build a brewery or something, right? So you can't actually build that on campus. So all of our
Okay.
projects are always just
Oh,
simulations
okay.
or theoretical. Like
When
we
you
could
said
build it.
plant, I was like thinking literal
Oh.
plant. I was like, whoa.
Like, build a plant.
Like, make this plant intake crude oil and like extrude whatever the fuck. That'd be crazy.
No, like a chemical manufacturing plant or something, or like a brewery,
yeah.
or some chemical
You need
process.
you need like machinery. You need like
Yeah, like
industrial
we would need,
equipment
and
for
also
that.
it's always at like full scale. So you need like years of contractors and construction. Like you can't. It's not a real thing. So that's why we have a separate class, because in the engineering version of the class, they can all do real stuff. It's like, make a nozzle for an airplane. Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's something you could build and hold in your hand. So that's why the classes are separate, and because the classes are separate, and I'm in an engineering 498 project, you can actually build my project. That's the goal. So I have to attend. I'm graded on the engineering, or on the chemical engineering class. I'm graded for all the assignments in there, but I had to attend almost all of the lectures for the other class, which I'm not being graded for. I had to help with all of their assignments throughout the semester, because we're all a group, so we have to help each other. But I didn't get
Yeah.
graded on any of that work. So it
Wow.
was just a lot of stress. And then at the end
Just
of
like
the
a lot of
semester-
yeah,
yeah, and
a
so
lot of
the
shit that you didn't seem like was really even doing anything for you.
yeah, it was like a time waster basically. But at the end of the semester was the biggest problem, because their class is like, finish up your critical design and like your prototype, and then present it to your sponsors. And in my class, it's write your report. For the last 4 weeks of class, start writing your
Just
report
writing?
about everything
Ugh.
you've already done. It's not about moving forward. It's just like, you need to write about everything you've done as a professional design proposal and whatever, and then you
For
have
an engineering
to
course.
yeah.
Wow.
And so we had to write a rough draft. Took a week. Then we had to do a week of peer reviewing somebody else's paper, and then we had to do a final draft, and then we had to do a cover letter responding to the feedback that we received on our paper, and then we had to do a final reflection about how well we worked with our teammates.
That's so whacked. It's like a whole ass English class. What the hell?
Yes. So
That's crazy.
I had spent the last month of this class trying to balance the ridiculous, stupid workload of that class and actually making progress on our project, because everything in the chemical engineering class is kind of like, stop working on your project, now you're just going to write about it for the rest of the semester. But our sponsors want us to build a thing, so I had to like do both, and that was just awful. So that was the
Damn.
worst. That was like the worst thing I had. Well, besides graduate applications, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah,
But
and that's just like modern education, bro. They're just like asking you to do literally everything for like what the fuck? no like what like barely any reason. I don't know.
There's literally no reason. I can think of no. And also, the report we turned in was crap, and everyone's report was crap.
Damn.
And the professor of the class, the professor who's in charge of the class, can't read or write. So, like, basically, we all end up creating these disgusting reports that no one is ever that have no practical value to anybody except the professor who gives us the grade for it. And then we move on, and it is absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason.
Yeah,
absolutely no reason.
So damn. So they were kind of like stressful then.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine were relatively stressful at the same time. I think I literally barely passed the one class that my counselor told me that I couldn't fail. So I ended this class. It was linear algebra. I failed this class. Yeah. I've failed this class twice already. So they've tried to kick me out. I think if you've been here, you've heard that multiple times. Yeah. But they've tried to kick me out, and I almost failed this class again because the second exam, it was just like a bad week or something. I can't really remember. You know what I mean? It was just like bad week. Exam comes on, second exam. I just bomb it. 41. You know, What the fuck? All my other grades are fine. Like, I'm doing the homework, I'm turning the labs. I'm like, there's this whole separate website that this guy fucking uses so you need to go over there. There's notifications posted on like the Canvas. Like, you have to like this is why I failed the class in previous like years, because I'd finish all my homework because I thought I would look at my Canvas and be like, oh yeah, it's all done. And then 2, 3, 4 weeks later, I'm like, oh shit, there's web work that I just haven't been doing, and now my grade's like a 60. But not this time. I just failed it. I just failed an exam. But yeah, he barely gave me like any points back for that. It was like a 38 the first time, and then I got like 3 points back because I went in and I just argued. Because I was like, I'm not failing this again. Yeah. It was literally, this class felt like Sisyphus like pushing the boulder. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not gonna fucking die. But I clutched up for the final exam. Nice. And you know how I clutched up?
How?
I downloaded a bunch of like programs onto my TI-84 that just did all the problems for me. We were allowed to use the calculators.
Yeah, if you're allowed to use it, then
you're allowed to use the calculators. And he's like, you need to show work, but he's like, obviously, so it's like, obviously, if I have the right like answer, like he's gonna give me points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I just did my best to write like the bullshit variable, like
walkout.
You know what I mean? Put an arrow, like write a few numbers, arrow, variables. You know what I mean? And then final answer, like. So it ended up working. I got a 70. The best score I've gotten on any test the whole year, actually. So
really? Wow.
Yeah, I got a 67 on the first exam.
Okay.
So 70 on the final, you know. What's good?
That's an improvement.
But But it gave me a 68.6. And so technically that wasn't passing, but earlier in the semester he had already said, like, if you have like a 67, 68, I'll round your grade.
That's nice. That's very nice.
And I emailed about him and I was like, yo, like, I got a C, right? And he was like, yeah. But yeah, so shout out that guy. I almost hated you a lot, but you know, we're good. And then there's this next class. So yeah, I'm in like a gauntlet right now because I have another class this next semester that I'm taking that I've also failed twice.
Which one?
MSc 211 statics. Statics.
Yeah, the statics.
Yeah, fuck class. Statics. Yeah. I don't even got to use that shit, you know what I mean? Material science, but I mean, maybe I have to use it a little bit.
You might have to.
Yeah.
Is it like macro? Is it like macroscopic statics? Like, is it like big stuff, like bridges and things like that?
Yeah, it's like fucking things? Like trusses and like.
Oh yeah, you probably won't. I mean, if you're designing new materials, you probably won't have to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
You might have to do
I don't
it on
know.
the molecular scale. I don't know.
Yeah, but once it gets to the molecular scale, it's all just fucking angles and
intermolecular
like
forces and stuff.
yeah, this shit works a certain way. Like
Yeah,
you
like
know
gravity
what I mean?
is not really a factor at that point.
Yeah, you're not like what's the angle between blah 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 and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's more like that. If it's like that, it's like okay, well, how many molecules? It's like
Yeah.
okay, if there's 6 molecules or whatever the fuck, I know that it's a 25-degree angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or whatever the hell.
It's different.
But yeah, the teacher that taught that class that I failed twice isn't teaching it anymore.
Yeah.
So new teacher for this class. Things are looking decent, but you know, yeah.
Well, that's good. I hope you pass it. That's yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds-
because I can't fail.
what happens if you fail?
I don't fucking know. Like I don't know. But I'm done with I'm done with math. I'm done with all my math courses. Finally.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
It's funny. I passed differential equations before I passed linear algebra.
They're very different though. Like linear algebra is annoying as crap because it doesn't. I guess it is intuitive after you learn about it, but then you forget it immediately, and then it's not intuitive at all. So it's that's my
Shout out.
experience.
Shout out ticalc.org, bro. That shit saved my life. Saved my life. It was crazy. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because it was the last portion of it too. So it was like Gram-Schmidt process, like
I remember that. Yeah.
SVS single value decomposition. Do you remember that?
Yes.
These like
The
are like
names.
20-step processes. Like literally the longest fucking shit.
Yeah.
He wants you to do them by hand, and I'm like,
Oh my
bro,
God.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so passed
Well,
my classes.
congratulations.
You know, yeah, I didn't even have to take my ceramics final because I got a C, so you know, whatever. But they were good enough for me. I was
Yeah.
like, C's get degrees, man. I'm
C's
not
get
trying
degrees.
to fucking
Yep.
get me a job at Tesla. Pay me $86,000 a year. I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Elon, sponsor us.
Sponsor
Give us
Elon.
both Teslas.
I
Come
don't
on the
want a
podcast.
Tesla.
You don't want a
I don't
Tesla?
want a
Yeah,
Tesla.
low key.
Teslas
I
are
don't-
kind of douchey cars.
Tesla gives me like have you ever been to those like new style like go-kart tracks with all the electric go-karts? There's one at like the pavilions.
Like Octane Raceway.
Yeah.
I have been there. Yeah.
So you know if you're like if you're not driving how, which I mean it makes sense, these cars are going fast, and if you're not driving like carefully
Carefully.
and like professionally,
Do they shut themselves
you could
down?
you could hurt people, so they like shut them down like
Oh.
remotely.
Yeah.
And they can be like, oh, you're not doing well.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get from Tesla. You know what I mean?
You mean
Like I
they're
feel like Elon's just gonna be like, oh, you want to go up to the snow? Like your car can do all-wheel drive, but you gotta pay for that. You know what I mean? It's like, bro,
yeah.
I'd hate that shit where it's like we're gonna pay for
But
heated
also,
seats.
I just
It's like
also
a subscription.
Yeah. I also just don't like the car itself. It just makes you look.
It's
kind
like
of-
a modern like Civic or like you know.
I'm
It's got the
saying
weird like bubble design.
I mean I don't hate the design. I'm more talking about the like connotation of you having a Tesla. It's like, okay, you have money and you bought it with you spent it on a car with a tablet for a dashboard and all these the
Yeah,
side
it's like you
mirrors
coulda-
that fold up. It's just you just
you coulda
look
made a
kind of
better
like a little
choice.
piece of crap, you know?
Like buy a real car. Like
Yeah. And I like
That's,
electric
like
cars.
low
we
key,
need
yeah.
we need more clean energy cars, but there's other options besides a Tesla.
Like if you're buying a Tesla, like you should already have like another car.
Yeah.
Like you're not
Yeah.
going anywhere with a Tesla. You're not going on a road trip in a Tesla.
You might. Well, can't you? I thought you could. I thought people like fall asleep in their Teslas now on the I-10 or something.
I don't. That's in like the UK or some shit. You know
was
what I mean?
it? Okay.
I don't know. It's like
British people are crazy.
for real. That's what I was getting at.
Oh yeah, you hate British people.
Just like no, I don't really like hate them. I just think they're kind of goofy. You know what I mean? It's like we are like when you think English, I mean like. Like you think like the language English, you think Americans.
Yeah.
You think like like I just feel like American is like
but I feel like Americans
cooler
think that.
version.
I think Americans think that though. Like
I would love to see America through like a foreign lens. Like, you know what I mean?
I saw a video one time.
Cuz I feel like I would appreciate America a lot more.
Appreciate it?
Yeah, because like I look at other cultures, I'm like, wow, they're so unique. I feel like if I like was part of a different culture and I saw America, I'd be like, wow, those guys are kind of badass. You know what I mean?
You might also be like, wow, those guys are kind of jerks.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the whole allure of, or maybe it was, well, it still is, I guess. But the whole allure of America is, you know, the home of the free and
freedom.
Yeah, and like you can make your own destiny and it's a nice sentiment, but it's not really reality.
Yeah.
It's the Great Gatsby effect. It's the Great Gatsby effect.
And what, like, explain that?
Well, do you remember we read The Great Gatsby in English? And the whole point is
I remember the story.
It's like not satire, but it's like a criticism of the American dream. You know, there's like old money and new money, and no matter how much new money you have, you'll never fit in with the old money crowd. And then he ends up getting killed by that guy from the old money.
You're right.
It's like all about how you can't. Oh yeah, that's the last sentence. I remember this. It's like about being in a boat. It's like something like we struggle on boats
or whatever.
It's like we struggle on boats. Against
yeah, because it's in the movie too, right? It's like he says.
Yeah, it's the last. It's like boats against the current. Borne back ceaselessly into the past.
Oh, like yeah. I fucking remember this.
Everyone.
Because, it was Miss Bird's class, right?
I had Mr. Bass for that.
So, yeah, Mr. Bass. It was,
okay,
I think it was Mr. Bass. Because I had Mr. Bass, too.
Yeah,
but, yeah, I remember because he made like a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I feel like every English teacher makes that.
They're like, whoa.
And also, he interpreted it way differently than I think it should be. Like,
I don't remember.
I don't remember how he interpreted it, but I disagree with what he said was the best interpretation of it. I think he went for the less powerful, the more straightforward approach, but I don't quite remember what it was, so I don't think I can say.
I felt pretty. What?
I think that last thing is like, we are always. Because here's what it was. Sorry, I had to like really think for a second.
Yeah, we are always. Yes, indeed.
We are always.
We are always. Quite. Yeah.
Quite.
Yes.
He said.
Quite an interesting question posed. Are we always?
Are we always?
That is indeed.
Okay, I remembered. He said that the born back ceaselessly into the past thing was we are always like our minds are always transfixed on like what happened in the past and trying to get away from the past or something. But because our minds are always focused on that, we'll never be able to escape it. And I don't think it's about your mind. I don't like that very much. That seems too weak to me. I think it's literally you physically, or not physically, but you as a person can, no matter how hard you try, cannot escape your past. I think that's much more powerful. It's a lot more it's a lot more pessimistic.
Yeah.
But I think that aligns with the idea that The Great Gatsby is a criticism of the American dream. Like, supposedly, in America, anyone can be whatever they want, right? But we all know that's not true. There's just endless evidence that that's not the case, right?
Yeah, like what would you be without your past, you know?
Yeah. So no matter how hard you try, you will always it's the sad thing. Like I think, and it should be a sad thing. It's not that you are stuck. Your mind is stuck in the past.
That reminds me. No, sorry. Yeah, keep going. But
it's not that your mind is stuck in the past. It's that you are your past and you can't escape it no matter how hard you try. And there's no such thing as a place where you can. And I think that's the message. Whether you agree with, like, I don't know if I agree with that, but that I think is the better message of the story than, like, your mind is stuck in the, like, you want the past, you want to relive the past or something. That's stupid. Yeah. I don't like that.
That's an interesting way of, like, yeah, that's cool. I don't know, when you like, this reminds me, it's not exactly a 1-to-1, but I just finished watching it over, like, this little, like, period, like, the past, like, couple weeks. I finished watching all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Well, not all of it. I'm still working on part 6, but in part 5 specifically, it's like centering around the main mafia boss villain, and he doesn't want anyone to figure out who he is. So anyone that's like the whole plot is they're trying to figure out who he was before he became Diavolo, the mafia boss.
Okay.
And he's literally going around murdering everybody. But he eventually dies, and that's like, it's like, whoa, hero time. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a similar thing.
Okay, like
because it's like he's trying to escape his past.
Yeah.
Because it wraps it all up because like he has a daughter, and like he tries to kill his daughter, and like then the daughter like comes back to like defeat him.
Yeah.
But yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You know. I don't know. I could say something bad right there, but I don't think I'm going. Say what you will about JoJo's. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I like the music references. You don't even know what JoJo is.
You've definitely told me before, but I always
It's fun. It's a fun show. It's like there's like the concept is that you have like a spirit inside of you that is like a ghost, and it's like a personification of your being.
Yeah.
And they all have special powers, and they fight. So that's pretty fun. I was gonna fucking say, oh yeah, have you ever been electrocuted?
No, because I think electrocution is
like legally. Like, I feel like you can be like partially electrocuted. Definitely.
It just means shocked, like badly shocked.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, but like electrocuted.
I want to look up what is actually electro.
I don't know. I asked because I remember one time when I was younger, I was at my dad's house and we were just setting up shit. We had just moved into this new house, and I had this like little lamp. It was like a side lamp, and there wasn't a light bulb in it, but it was plugged in, and I stuck my finger in it.
Why?
And I remember I pushed down on this little button thing, right, where the light bulb screws in. And I remember I felt like a. And I remember I was like, oh wow, that tingles. And my dad comes in. He's like, what the? He's like, what are you doing? And he like pulls my hand out.
Wait, so you were just standing there getting having current running through you?
Like, wow. I was like, this tingles. I was like, this is funny.
Well,
maybe that explains some shit.
You're just like. No, electrocution is supposedly,
that was funny.
Electrocution is supposedly death or severe injury caused by electric shock. So you weren't electrocuted because you didn't have severe injury, unless you did and you just don't know. What?
Electroshock therapy.
Maybe that was like the equivalent of what you had. What is electroshock therapy? What is that supposed to do for you?
I think that was like a torture technique used in like asylums, wasn't it?
Oh, is it really?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, it is. It's therapy for psychiatric patients. It's like a last resort. Jeez.
Do they still do it?
I don't know. Modern use. ECT is used where possible with informed consent in treatment-resistant major depressive disorder and other.
Yeah, I feel like everything. I feel like there are a lot of things that were like, oh, they don't do that anymore. Where it's like they definitely still do that. Yeah, they still do lobotomies, right? They definitely.
I don't think they do. No, I don't think. Do they?
It's like a medical lobotomy. Like, oh, we got a lobotomizer.
I don't. It's rare. Oh wait, rarely performed.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, today lobotomy is rarely performed. However, shock therapy and psychosurgery occasionally are used.
Psychosurgery? When are we gonna get psychic powers? When are we gonna become like magic? You know what I mean? Like, I'm so bored of this bullshit. Like, why? Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I have some other shit wrote down here. I forgot about this actually. But I was writing down in my journal. I was like, not only is it so oppressive, this existence in society, like as we currently live it. Not only is it so oppressive because you are forced to participate and you are like forced to work in whatever capacity you can. Not just for like society, but like for yourself, because you need to eat food, right? So you need money. You can't you need to participate in society to survive, right?
Yeah.
So it's oppressive in that sense, but then like once you're participating, it's like it takes like so much from you. At least in like the current state, like it leaves you like with like so little, and like with less than you need to like get back up to like rejuvenated or like able to, you know, divert our attention other places to maybe pull you up higher.
Yeah.
So I think that's like quite oppressive. I was thinking about that the other day.
Well,
so it's like you really have to sacrifice like some aspect of your life.
That's why I think it's important that you find a job, like your final career or your major career path is something you really enjoy doing. And I've heard people disagree that like you should prioritize what you're good at over what is enjoyable, and I absolutely 100% disagree with that. I could be great at something stupid. Like I could do something, I could find something that I'm good at that I hate because it's just repetitive and awful, right? You just go and you do the same thing every day, but I don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere where I'm challenged I'm challenged to do something that is interesting to me, you know?
Yeah.
So I think if you can do that, you might actually get like I want to honestly think
of it like this. I just came in where it's like think of like a proficiency is just like giving you what you need to like apply something else once you get to a certain point in something else. You get what I'm saying? No. So it's like I can it's like a video game. I can like max out my sniper stat.
Yeah.
But once I get to level 39 in my sniper stat, I need to have level 15 in my combat medic stat to get access to the like blah 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 psych like stim medication that lets me fucking slow down time and then like or whatever you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So like if you have a proficiency already, maybe that's just like the level 15 in combat medic that you needed. So maybe like so it's like you start out you have that 15. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't be a combat medic if you don't like being a combat medic.
Yeah.
Even if you have
proficiency.
Yeah.
To be something.
If you start out and you have a 15 in combat medic, but you're like, man, I fucking hate being out on the field and like healing all these dudes that they're just running into battle and they're not giving a fuck. Like, I hate this. So I want to play sniper. I like playing sniper. I want to play sniper. Boom. What the fuck? Level 39 sniper. Oh my god.
Yeah. Level 40.
Boom. That's what we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I want to find, like, my goal is to find a place or a profession where, like, I go to work every day and it's like I'm going to work on one of my personal projects, you know? Because I really love doing, like, when I have a whole day to just work on one of my projects or something, like Darth Vader or music or whatever, I love it because I'll do that forever. And then when I'm done, I feel like tired, but it's rewarding, and I can just go and relax for the rest of the evening and feel good about it. If I can work at a place where it feels like oh, today I'm gonna make more progress on designing this catalyst that's gonna decompose plastic. You know, I'm gonna do some spectroscopy, and I'm gonna do this thing today, and that's gonna get me this far in the thing. I don't want to do something like I'm gonna prepare a report for a client, or I'm gonna, you know, make an Excel spreadsheet that is kind of important for this one commissioned project we have. I want to do something where it's like I am doing a thing that I'm doing my own research, I'm designing my own thing, and I'm going to make some progress on it today. And then when I go home, I'll be like, I did it. And then I can do my other projects, or I can just relax and I'll feel good about it instead of like, oh, today I made a PowerPoint presentation that no one's ever going to look at again. Great.
Damn.
Now what do I do? You know?
Facts. Preach. Fucking quit your job Go travel somewhere.
Everybody.
Live your life.
Right now.
Do it. Quit your job. Take out all your savings.
You won't. You won't.
You can't. You're not banned. You're not ballsy enough. You're not confident enough. Who are we talking to? I don't even know. I have some things written here. Why aren't we teaching elephants science? Like, why? It's so right? It's so obvious that they're intelligent, like very intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
Why haven't we started teaching them how to speak and communicate with us in like a meaningful way? And why haven't we started teaching them science specifically? Yeah, like I think they would really fuck with like science, because it's always like the trope of, you know, you got the science elephant or like you got the wise old elephant. I want to see an elephant in a lab coat doing like working with Dan. Let's get an elephant in Daniel's lab. You know what I'm saying? Let's get an elephant. Let's get an elephant. Let's teach it science. We'll do this. We will do this. Nobody else is doing this. We're doing this. Right? I'm hungry. Elephant science laboratory. We're doing this. We need to teach elephants science. Like, think of the things. They remember everything. Right? They remember shit. Like, if we taught them shit, they would remember the shit. And they'd be like, oh, that thing? That's that thing. You guys don't remember that? And we'd be like, no. We're monkeys.
No, we're stupid.
We are social creatures.
Well, so
elephants are science creatures.
I just looked it up. I was like, do we teach elephants anything? And the answer, I mean, I didn't find anything immediately.
I teach them circus tricks. Thanks, Barnum and Bailey.
But I did find that they might use sign language with their trunk. Like, they might have their own form of sign language that they use.
That's what I'm saying.
Trunks. So that's a great, like, why don't we try to...
Elon Musk, Neuralink, we were talking about Elon Musk. They started human trials. Let's put that shit in an elephant, yo. Let's put that shit... You put it in a monkey, put that shit in an elephant. Why didn't we put it in an elephant to be... I feel like putting an elephant would be like a good... I'm really jazzed about this elephant idea right now.
Or a dolphin.
I just feel like...
Or an octopus.
Yeah, dolphins are kind of sadistic, I feel. Like, they're just, like, innately, like, evil creatures a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Elephants, though, yeah. Like, I don't know why we don't make more of an effort to bond with our animals.
Nature.
Like, you know what? Because we're animals, too. And screw anyone
we're all like, oh, we're humans. We're over here.
Screw you.
Like, no,
screw
dude.
you. All of you who think... Like,
why aren't we riding elephants to work?
I don't want to be insensitive.
Why aren't we riding elephants to work? Why aren't we taking elephant buses? Like, what the fuck?
Because that means that elephants are like servants or something. We should be commuting with elephants.
Not if we're teaching them science.
We should have supersized buses that fit the elephants and us so we can all go to work together.
You're right. But in order to do that, we need, like, super materials. We need, like, exotic super strength materials that can withstand...
What?
Do we? I mean, I don't know.
We literally
we can transport elephants places. We got shit to do that. What the fuck?
Yeah, we transport rocks.
Vegans are going crazy
right
now.
Giant boulders in cars.
Vegans are like, yes! Teach the elephant science! Yeah, we should get the vegans behind this. Yeah. Dude, if we get the vegans behind this...
We're unstoppable.
Whoa! They would fuck with this idea. Vegans... We got an idea for you. But yeah, elephants, science. They're like, what?
That's awful.
Why do we have a vegan bell? I don't know.
It's a great question.
But yeah, elephants, science. I like that idea. What would you say? Rate it out of 10. What do you think?
Teaching elephants science?
Yeah. Why aren't we teaching? Yeah.
I'll give it like an 8.
Nice.
I think there's problems.
A little bit.
I think before we try and teach elephant stuff, we should like try and just learn about how they do it and see if we can figure it out, right?
What would be I feel like there is definitely some animals worth talking to and some animals not really worth talking to. Dogs?
Not worth talking to.
That's what I was thinking too, low-key. Cats.
Not worth talking to.
Really?
Yeah, they're no. Everyone's like, oh, cats are so mysterious and they have their own. They're doing their own thing, and yeah, that's their whole. That's it. That's all they've got going on. They're just.
Damn. You think that's like a hella surface?
Yeah, it's hella surface.
It's like the first quarter of the bell curve, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. That's all they are. They've got nothing more interesting going on.
Interesting.
Octopuses. Yes.
Octopi,
I would like to talk to an octopus.
Yeah. Those guys. What are they doing?
They're very smart.
They're smart.
Too.
Yeah, they're smart.
And they're
Horses?
like different from so many other animals on the planet. Like they have to be aliens. They're aliens for sure.
No.
Yeah. They've got freaking 3 hearts. They can camouflage.
Do we know what they evolved from? Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
cephalopods.
but still, they're just like they're wacky. They're weird things.
is there just some like weird animal that we're like, oh yeah, that thing's just kind of there?
No, that's a good
Because
question.
that thing's an alien.
Wait,
Like,
I want to look that up though. What did octopuses evolve from? I refuse to say octopi because that's not. They changed
is it
it.
not grammatic? They changed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The octopuses is how you say it now. They evolved from Muenstereloidea,
Latin.
a cephalopod. Yeah. Like so, they're just. Yeah, they just came from cephalopods.
Yeah. All right, and then I have another thing written down here, and I've been told that this is what it's like on the East Coast. So like New York, I guess, like that east. But strangers should be kind of mean to you. You know what I mean? Like there isn't any reason
No.
why you don't agree.
No.
There isn't.
I disagree completely.
Like yeah.
Imagine you were a stranger to me on the street and you walked by me and you were mean to me, and then it turns out
Like not like out of their way, but it's like, hey, fucktard. Like I don't know.
no.
Hey,
that's
fucko.
awful. That just
Hey.
makes me never want to talk to you again. That's not how you make friends or
Like if you're in my way or some shit. Like I don't
that.
know. Like
But even if you're not a mean person,
it's like
you're
the
just
classic. Like
adopting
I'm
that
walking in.
Well, that's more like if somebody aggravates you. But you can't just go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, screw you, man."
Why not?
Cause then I mean you can, but that
What are they
doesn't.
gonna-
That's like
They're gonna
that's
stab me. Are they gonna
propagating
shoot
the-
me?
that's propagating the.
This is America.
We're trying to be harmonious here. We're trying to
Hey,
all work
fuck you,
together.
buddy.
No,
That'd be
that's the opposite
crazy.
of what we want.
That would be nuts. That would be crazy. Like,
I think that's a terrible.
what kind of headline would that be?
That's
Like,
like-
what if someone's just having a real, like, some Joker shit? Like, he's having a real bad day. He's just not having a good day.
Well, that's
Arizona,
definitely-
you don't
I-
gotta have a
that's definitely
license.
happened before.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a license.
No, you can just buy.
Carry
You
a
can
gun?
go in. You can walk into a gun shop, buy a gun,
What?
and some ammo. Yeah. Should be
That
21.
doesn't make any sense.
Welcome to Wild West. Yeah.
Woo!
I wish I
I
was
was
like
gonna
a
say-
cowboy, low key.
Foster, wait. So if you go to a restaurant, I always go I'm not out of my way, but I treat like the server or whoever I interact with at the restaurant.
Yeah, but that's not like a stranger. They're there for a
That is
reason.
a stranger.
No. They're there for that's your waiter. They're there for a reason. You know why they're there. They're not
Okay, so
odd.
You mean,
they're not
you mean
strange.
like somebody who just is not there for any particular reason.
Like
concerning you.
yeah.
But what
You're
if
walking
they are
down
and
the
you don't know it?
stairwell. Someone's getting in your way. They spill their coffee on you. Ah, thanks, idiot.
No, that's the worst philosophy I've ever heard.
Why not?
The proper. The
Oh,
right way to
nice
handle that
one,
is-
stupid.
No, it would be like, oh, no.
Have a
worries, don't worry
terrible
about it. It
day. I hope
happens,
you
it
fucking
happens.
step on some gum.
No, that's such a
I
horrible
don't know.
philosophy.
That's not. That wasn't even. That's not even a good thing. Like to say. I would say something way ruder.
No, because then
I would
if
start
you're-
insulting like their physical features.
If you're gracious about it and you're like, oh no problem, it happens. You know, everyone does it. It's fine. And then you will have made a little bit of a friend there. Even though
Yeah.
something annoying happened, you will have made a friend, and that's always better than making making an enemy or just being rude to people.
I guess if it was like an accident, yeah. But if like
Well, okay, if somebody comes up to me and goes, "Hey, nerd," and throws their coffee on me, then they're already being mean to me, so I can be mean back. But I'm not gonna.
Nerd.
If it's an accidental thing that somebody does, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be gracious about it because they didn't. It was an accident. Everybody does that. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like there was a justification when I wrote this down, and I can't remember what it was, but it was along the lines of something like. It was like fucking I forgot. Never mind. MBM. It had something to do with like they don't owe you shit. I don't know. I lost my train of thought real fast there. I don't know where.
I think I disagree. I don't think that's the right way to go. I think it's better to be nice and gracious.
Those are my thoughts. Those were my thoughts that I wrote down.
Thoughts for the day.
Yeah, I need to get some chat or not chat. Sorry, fucking comment section. I need some cologne and that's leave a cologne recommendation. That's the other thing I wrote down. I've been getting real into like a Hellboy. You ever seen Hellboy?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it, but you told me.
Have I talked about this before?
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought another book of it. Pretty cool. I don't know. I've just been like doing like boring shit. I haven't really been up to like much. Just like working. Other than that, like I was so focused on school for a long time.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm trying to get pushed past the like desire to do nothing and because the whole semester I was like, I want to work on my projects, I want to do stuff, and then once it's over I need to like make sure I don't just like lay around and do nothing.
No,
because I did my graduate applications, and the last of them were due on the 15th, and that was awful. Like,
when will you find out about them?
Like January through April. It kind of depends on the school.
Damn, yeah, facts.
But I got into Purdue.
Whoa! That's fucking baller.
Yeah.
That's Ivy League, right?
Is it?
I think it is. It's
a good school.
Yeah, it's a great school, especially for grad school.
Yeah.
They do like they actually do shit. Like there's always shit coming out of Purdue.
Okay, it says it's not technically an Ivy League, but it is a very prestigious public university and provides education on par with that of Ivy League. So yeah, it's a good school. Yeah. And they're doing several of the research groups there are doing stuff very similar, like exactly what I want to do. And I got an email from one of them, and he was very excited about. He told me that like the admissions committee really wanted me on the stuff, and yeah, so.
Woo! That's actually sick.
Yeah.
Wait, so he personally emailed you and was like, "We would love to have you."
Yeah, and he told me about like some of the opportunities they have there. It was very nice. And I'm gonna have a Zoom meeting with him at some point in the new year. But yeah, and we'll see about the other schools. I'll hopefully have a few options, but that would be a great option. So yeah.
Holy shit, dude! What the fuck? That's actually sick. That's like, that's like they want you to go there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was cool.
I'm happy for you, dude. That's super dope. Where is Purdue even?
It's in Indiana.
What's in Indiana?
I don't know. But I looked at the campus online. It's a very pretty campus, and like the location is pretty. There's lots of it's flat, but there aren't enormous trees. I hate flat ground with enormous trees because you can't see anything. But it's like flat with regular sized trees, so you can see off into the distance. You know, I like that.
There's no like mountains. It's a lot of flat land. Yeah, there's like tornadoes there and shit.
Yeah, unfortunately there's no mountains. I love mountains, but yeah, you can't. I love the sky more than I love mountains. So if I can see lots of sky all the time, that's pretty good.
That's cool. That's dope, man. That's super dope. Yeah. Fucking, where would you put that? You think like top 5? What's your top 5?
I don't remember. There's not really a specific order. I looked through the best chemical engineering programs, and then I went through all of their faculty and all the research groups and looked for research because I know pretty much exactly what I want to do. So I looked for research groups that did exactly what I want to do. And if they didn't have any, I removed them from the list. And if they did have them, then I applied. So I ended up with 14 schools that I applied to, and they all had stuff that I want to do. So I just want to see where I get in, and then I can decide. Then I'm going to decide. So
Purdue is the first.
Afterward. What?
Purdue is the first.
No, that's not what. Oh, you mean Purdue is the first to respond? Yes. Yeah. And I don't expect anyone else to respond until January through April.
Damn, yeah. So they got back quick.
Yeah, it was like 7 days after I applied. It's crazy.
Fuck.
Because I think they're one of the only schools that did rolling applications, so they were like admitting people as the applications came in.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Other places, I think, wait till everything's done.
But that means they saw you and they were immediately like, "We gotta tell this guy."
Yeah,
like,
that was nice. I'm excited. And my research professor at U of A says that the professor who emailed me, he's doing and I already knew this because I researched him, but he's doing really great work, and he's like one of the top researchers in the country on the subject that I want to do. So, yeah, that would be a great choice.
Dude, you're doing it, man.
I'm doing it. It sucks. I hated that so much. I hated the whole process. Writing essays about myself, filling out the same information on every application while I'm trying to study and get a good grades on stuff. It was awful. I hated it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be done.
Dude, would you compare like high level academics to something like, I guess, yeah, like a high high level sports, like in a similar like sense of like type of person, like the people that are gonna be like athletes, it takes like a type of mindset.
Yeah,
like they have to want to like be athletes. Would you say that like people who are academics, like they have to want to be an academic?
Yeah, I think so. That's you need to have the same motivation. I would say otherwise the people are probably pretty different, but you need like the same motivation that like you want to do this and you're gonna do it even when it sucks. And that was what I was telling myself when I was applying. I was like, this is different. Awful, and I don't want to be doing this. I want to go play piano or watch a TV show, but because it's like 10 o'clock at night and I just finished all my schoolwork, but I'm gonna sit down and do 2 hours of writing. Wow. So that I can maybe get into this school.
2 hours. Sheesh.
I mean, it's like hours and hours because you have to look, you have to write your personal statement and your statement of purpose, and every school asks for something slightly different, and then you also have to like research their faculty and talk about the faculty in your essay and like make it all one cohesive thing. So for every single school, what I did is I picked 3.
You have to be like, wow, you guys are so cool, and I love you guys so much.
No, if you do that, you won't get in probably. You have to say this school.
Oh, you have to say like you guys are cool or whatever, but
no. You have to say these are my objectives, and this school has these things, these specific things that will allow me to accomplish these objectives, and I would be able to contribute as a collaborator to this school. Like you have to say exactly what your goals are, which I do enjoy, because in undergraduate it was like write a fun story about yourself, something
about water.
Something weird. This is like tell us about your career goals and your drive and your purpose, and tell us like where you would fit in at this.
It felt like they were finally stopped. Like they stopped like playing. And they were like, all right, tell us.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah. So I did enjoy that. That was I liked the topic of the questions. It's just so many different questions, and you had to do. It's like every school takes a lot of work to get done. So, but I'm happy.
Yeah, and you did 14. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was probably more than I needed to do, but there were a lot of schools on there that I was excited about.
And so you get like scholarships and stuff.
Well, most PhD programs are fully funded, so you get like a stipend and you get healthcare and like free tuition. Yeah, that's it. So
cool.
Yeah, like I got an offer from Purdue that like you get paid. You're basically being hired to do research. Because it's more like a job than
facts
than school. Like you still take classes and stuff, but your whole thing is paid for, and you get paid yourself, so you can support yourself and live there. Yeah. So it's pretty sweet. It's a good deal.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
nice.
you're about to get like hella more.
Thank you. I hope
Especially because like after this, it's Shark Tank, bro.
so.
They're gonna be like, nope. You need
After they
to
watch
work
this
with
episode
us.
of the podcast.
Yeah,
I wonder if
once
they do
see,
that. Do you
Do you
think
think I that's what I was thinking. I low key I was like maybe he's like pushing off the podcast because he doesn't want it like it to show up on like the
we're respectful, and I think we're nice. Like
I
think this
I feel like
podcast shows both of us as honest. You know, it shows our honest personalities. You know, and I'm proud of it.
Cool.
So, yeah, and
I'm glad that you feel that you're able to appear alongside me.
yeah, and, you know, if they like, you know, I say I have a lot of opinions, right? But I don't want to offend it, or you know, our opinions. My opinions are like Star Wars, like new Star Wars. This specific thing about new Star Wars movies, I don't like, but I do like, like you know, like this is exactly the thing that's wrong with some of the new Star Wars movies or something. And I'm very opinionated about that stuff. And if they don't like, if they look at that and they go, oh, I don't like how. I mean, that's what I am, you know, and I'm not gonna be mean about it to anybody or any like, yeah. My opinions are all about weird things.
You have to be rude to strangers.
No, never be rude to strangers. That's a horrible philosophy.
I'm gonna start being rude to strangers. people motherfuckers just come up to me on the street. Like this happened a couple of times now. Like people come up to me, I'll be walking around. I'll be like going to the comic book shop or something. I'll be walking back to my house, and like motherfuckers come up and on me on the street. They get up in my face and they'll say like. This one dude, I don't know if he was on drugs or something, but he was like, I have a phone at T-Mobile, and he looked like he was about to cry. Like, I just kept walking. I was like...
He said, I have a phone at T-Mobile? Like, he was upset that he had a phone
at T-Mobile? He's like, I don't know if he was like, can you pay my phone bill or something, but I was just like...
That's really weird. That's kind of scary.
Tempe tweakers, man. Tempe tweakers. I don't know. Yeah, slowly moves out of frame. I was going to say, I want to do more graffiti, but I haven't gotten the nerve to do it yet.
I don't know. There's paints?
I got some. Paints? Yeah, I got some spray paint. Yeah. Montana Colors. Shout out Montana. Sponsor the podcast. That'd be such a dope sponsor. I want to I have some of this like canvas, and I was thinking I was gonna like unstretched canvas. You know, I was thinking I might. Like take that out somewhere and just like paint it. I don't know where I'd go though. That's my biggest hang up is that like I'm so self-conscious. I'm like, but what if people see me? Like what are they gonna think? But like,
well, don't you only care if a member of the law enforcement community sees you?
Exactly. Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, like I need to get over it and just be like. And like that's with life too, you know. You just need to get over it and like do shit. Yeah. And I used to have that mentality, but I don't know. And I don't know what happened. Like COVID happened, and I got like self-conscious about shit.
Well, I mean, a little bit of self-consciousness. I mean, like self-awareness is good.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's what it was or something. Maybe I slowly realized it was like. Because that's what it is. It's like everything's a balance. You can't have like excess of anything.
Yeah.
And that's what's so maddening about this existence is that everything can kill you. Like there's nothing that is like really.
But it wouldn't be existence if you couldn't be killed by everything, right? Like the whole reason that life is special is because it's life, and you wouldn't have life if you couldn't. It wouldn't be special if it was just something that always existed. It's less
like that everything could kill you and like I'm scared of death, and more just like you're never doing anything optimally. You know what I mean? Unless you're really fucking getting down to the brass tacks nitty gritty. Like, unless you're really fucking, like, pinching those pennies, you're unoptimized. And that drives me fucking crazy for some reason.
You can do some things optimally and just not do other things optimally. Like, you know? You don't have to do every aspect of your life. Yeah, sure, I don't think you can do that optimally.
But then it's like, oh, fuck, if I can't do, like, there are some things are worth more than others. So if I'm focused in and like trying to like optimize this one thing, I don't know if I have enough like attention to like be aware of something that I'm not optimizing that could be a better ROI. Return on investment.
Yeah.
Well, you got that.
Yeah, I did. I had to remember what it was for a second, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I think if that's the case, then you need to lower your commitments. You know, like lower the number of things that you're trying to optimize, because then you'll be more able to optimize the things that remain, and you might be more aware of better ROIs.
Interesting. Quite, yes, indeed. Yes. Yeah, I just like, it just drives me crazy. I feel like life is like a spiral staircase in which you're constantly like relearning lessons that you like already learned, but in a different,
at a different point in your life,
at a different like literal like by like height, I guess you could say, or level, dimension.
That's a good analogy. Yeah, is that an analogy? I think so. No. Life is like, wait, are analogies?
Life is like a spiral staircase. Is that the title?
Good. Yeah, life is like a spiral staircase.
Yeah, we're sitting at like 56 right now.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I talked about like literally the only thing I've been stressing about over the past month or 2 months is graduate applications. So I'm done. I'm free. That's all I wanted to talk about. Now I can go on with my life. And what?
You basically already like got the bag.
Well, I have an option. I have one option. I'm good. You know, I would like more, but we'll see.
But it's like a good fucking option.
Yeah, exactly.
So you basically already got, like, it can only go up from here. Like, you can literally only go up.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
But
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm pleased with that, and I'm pleased with the work I did on my applications. I think I did my best, so it's out of my hands now.
Facts.
Unless they hate the podcast.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm trying to be doing this like next month or so. Maybe I'll try and finally do those Pokemon vlogs that I keep talking about, or maybe I'll never do them. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream. I don't fucking know. I've been trying. I want to play Max Payne. I might do that today, honestly. So, I think I might do that today. Check out my Twitch channel. Look at my YouTube channel. There's a link on my YouTube channel to my Twitch channel. But I think I might play Max Payne 3. So if you're watching this the day it goes up, maybe I'll even edit a little cut and try to upload it to my YouTube channel. I don't know. I'll try to do something this fucking break. Because if I don't do something, if I don't get outside and vandalize some property, or if I don't, stay in here and do something, I'm going to go crazy. Crazier than I already am.
Or we can play. We can do some D&D or some.
Oh yeah, let's try and fucking plan a session or something.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Absolutely.
Fucking
everyone
Charlie
should play
Ears.
D&D. If you haven't played D&D in the audience, you should do it.
Yeah, we talked about it before.
Whichever.
If you're not playing D&D in 2023, you're a scrub. You're like an unimaginative, uncreative, like bland, like probably like boxed in as fuck, like don't even understand, like you know what I mean. You're probably just lame. Like you're probably not like a creative, fun person. No, well, that sounded really like aggressive and like accusatory.
Well, you're how about just you're being lame, but you are not necessarily lame. You're just being lame. You could be like a dope player. But you just got to do it. If you're worried about it, if you're worried about D&D or role playing being lame, then you're being lame right now. So you got to do it.
Facts. Fuck you.
Because you'll see that it's not lame.
Dude, I can't wait to like have a family, and then like make them play Dungeons and Dragons.
Family game night. That's pretty fun.
Whoa! I just totally bumped my desk real hard. I missed them. No, but I'm totally gonna make them. But they're gonna fuck with it so hard.
Yeah, I mean everybody does.
Like, there's
I haven't
no
met
way.
a single person who doesn't like D&D after playing it. You know,
Right?
It's just fun.
Totally.
'Cause it can be as serious or as silly as you make it. Look, I've got a goatee.
Nice. I want to get into fighting games. I want to get really good at those. I've had like a tangential interest for a really long time.
In fighting video games.
Yeah, like you got the stick and you're like back quarter circle heavy.
Like
5S3.
Like Smash Bros.
No,
Or
like
more than
Street
Smash.
Fighter
Okay, yeah.
or like Dragon Ball Fighters. That's how the announcer says it in the game. That's it. It's like the dopest game ever. It's Dragon Ball. You know what Dragon Ball is? Do you even know what Dragon Ball is?
I've heard of it. Dragon
Okay,
Ball
cool.
3?
Whoa, what?
Is that a thing?
Dragon Ball 3?
No, that's not a thing. Okay.
No.
That's a thing.
There's Dragon
Ball
Ball
3.
Z.
Oh, Z, that's what
yeah.
it is.
Okay, yeah. Dragon Ball 3. Will Goku defeat his enemy? The guy's name is Goku, but yeah.
That's like, what that is with Goku? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Goku.
he ain't beating Goku though. He ain't beating Goku.
Isn't Goku just like super massive?
He's an alien who every time he almost dies, he gets more powerful, and on top of him already being like super powerful. So he's like a god basically. He literally turns into a god later in the series. He's called a Saiyan. That's the alien race he is. But they're like monkeys. They're like, imagine if humans still had tails and they could turn into giant monkeys and they just destroyed everything. And they're like, have you seen Invincible?
I watched the first few episodes.
They're like the Viltrumites. And they were the Viltrumites before the Viltrumites were Viltrumites.
Wait, I don't know. Are those the aliens who travel through time or something?
No, they like conquer planets because they're just like, we're the strongest.
Oh, okay.
The Saiyans were like the OGs of that, I'm pretty sure.
Are they the people? Wait, are they the aliens who time moves faster for them than it does for everyone else? No.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't get that far then.
Well, kind of. They like age slower, I guess. But either way, Invincible copied Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
Goku Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. That's a form that he has.
Okay.
His hair turns blue, and that's it. No. Yeah, but it's a fun game. I like Dragon Ball. If you haven't seen Dragon Ball, go watch Dragon Ball. It's a classic show. It takes like 80 years. Watch Dragon Ball Z Kai instead.
It takes 80 years to watch.
Yeah, because it's a symptom of like the old shonen shows where it's like they're just trying to weekly format, like spread it out as fucking much as they can. So it's like
really
they're powering
slow.
up for like half an episode or something. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be stronger than you. And then they're like, he's getting stronger. How is he doing that?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And they're like, will he be stronger than Joku? Find out next time on Dragon Ball 3.
That sounds kind of unbearable.
A little bit, but old media, what can you do?
Yeah.
I think it'll be look at the landscape today. I know I'm yapping. I'm yapping today, but I can't stop talking.
The
Like,
landscape.
look at the landscape. Like, I mean, just like, what is the world gonna look like in 50 years? You know what I mean?
We can't do this. We can't keep doing this.
Yeah, no, we can't do this. We can't do it. But
we
like,
can't do it.
What will it look like?
We've done that
like,
way too many times.
Social media, interconnectivity. Like, our kids are gonna be learning like 4 languages just because. Because like think about it. Like, by the time technology gets to where like when we're having kids, our kids are probably just gonna be like, oh yeah, like I can learn 6 languages at once. Why the fuck wouldn't I do that? Like. I don't know. The way I'm going to tell my kid that, I'm going to be like, yo, you can learn like 6 languages at once. Then he's going to be like, oh, cool.
Actually,
why wouldn't I do that?
In our lifetime, it's gone. There's like Google Translate was only a thing starting early in our lifetime.
Right?
So and in that time,
Right?
we have like pretty accurate translators.
we're gonna have those like things where you like swallow them. Was that from Batman? Yeah. You swallow them and it like
was that from Batman?
I don't know.
They also have that in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, it goes in your ear.
Yeah.
And then you hear everything. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have that. Elon Musk, Neuralink. Elon Musk, Neuralink, human trials, put in an elephant, teach elephants the science of the world. Life's like a spiral staircase. Just keep climbing, you know? Shout out I'm Hungry Nation. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good.
Shout out I'm Hungry Nation. Shout out,
like, comment, subscribe.
Shout out, like, comment, subscribe. Shout out Elon Musk. Shout out Kentaro Miura.
What about the color, the spray paint?
The color purple. Shout out Montana Colors spray paint. Sponsor the podcast because I want spray paint. All right. I think that leads us to a close. Thanks. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Thanks. Bye.